And let's say, for example, I want to say that chapter 1 is to be started here. Now if I want to go to the document here, then I right click here and I say go to PDF, and it will go to that page, and here we are. So introduction I will write here, and then this one, it understands that this is actually chapter 1 and to be started here, and it will insert a hyperlink here as well so that it will be clickable. So I will have to use the /reference command, and as I write the /ref, then it will show me all the labels here. For labeling, a detailed video is available in the playlist, so we can consult that one for learning more. Similarly, we can define a section, and this is the first section of the chapter, and I can label the section as well as section 1, and I say that this is the first section, so it will automatically give numbering to it of the chapter 1. So if I change one of the chapter here, like for example, I want that this to be a chapter, now it will automatically become chapter 1 and this will become chapter 2, and the labeling will change this automatically to chapter 2, and this one to section 2.1, and so on. I can define a subsection, and subsection is like this one, that I can label this one, and I say that this is in the subsection 1.1.1 I will teach how to write and label an equation. And now here we can see that I inserted one reference, and that reference was with this one with the scitep command. So it is here that I say that this is the first reference in this chapter, so /scitep command is used to give citation to an article. If the references will be more than 2, then they will be compressed like this, so from 1 to 3, and this is the reason that we use the sort and compress command in the beginning option of the document class. So we can write our equation in the equation array, begin equation array and end equation array, and when I write an equation I can label it if I will require to mention this equation somewhere. For example, here I say that equation, so I will just replace this one with its label, and it will automatically give it 1.1 because it is 1.1 here, and this is a straight line equation and this is a quadratic equation, so it will automatically number these things. Then in another section I say how to insert a figure, so I'm placing all the stuff which is required in a thesis. For example, we will have to do some labelings. The very first thing, we will have to do some abbreviations here, so I have just put a sample here. We will have to label the stuff, so I have put the labeling. We will have to write many references here, so I have put this thing. Then in the equations I have labeled them, and I have written the equation array command because this will generate the numbered equation. And now as we will have to insert some figures in our thesis, so I have written this thing for one figure environment as well, and I have labeled it as figure 1, and here I will not have to write like figure 1.1 is showing this. I will have to write that figure /reference, and I will give its label shows, for example, the UOP logo. Now if I will change this to anywhere, then it will automatically give it a new chapter name or new section name or whatever is required. Then I move to another chapter, and in another chapter we can write content of the chapter. Here in this I am just explaining how to insert a table in here. So the begin table environment and the end table environment I will place, and then I want to place this table which is here at the center of the page. So I will do /centering, and then I can define the caption of this. So the LaTeX understand that the caption will be on the top of the table, and it is 2.1. Now if I look here, I am not giving any numbering here, but it is automatically numbering it. And the caption, and I have labeled this one is the table caption, and with the /reference I have just cited this one. Now here it says that in chapter 2 we are having table 2.1, which shows the simple table, and with this, from the begin tabular environment to the end tabular environment, we will have our table. So this is the table setup, and to understand the tables in more detail, the respective video is supposed to be seen for this thing. So this is a simple table and end tabular and end table, and here I can just talk about the table. I have a complex table as well, I have shown in the next. So this is one of the template for a complex table, and a complex table like this. So I have placed it, and one can just edit it according to the need. In chapter 3 we will discuss that this is chapter 3, and let's say we discuss is in thesis we need to do some numbering or doing some bulleted list. So these are the example. If we want to enumerate, then we will have to write begin enumerate and end enumerate, and our items will come here. And if we want to have a bulleted list like the same, then instead of enumerate we will write itemize. Then a very customized and complex list of both the number and bulleted options I have written here, and in this one all the possible options I have included. For example, these are the, in one we are including the other, and here I am just using some customized option with this, like for example inside this one I am having another introduction. This is one item, so I again start begin enumerate and end enumerate. So these two, the literature and the outline, are actually coming in the introduction. Similarly, the materials and method, this will come as /item, so it will be part of this introduction, and inside it I am having the itemize option, and now they will be the bullets. I can do some customization, and customization means in front of the item I will have to write the customized option. These bullets, the itemization and enumeration, has been discussed in the respective videos in the LaTeX comprehensive series. Then another chapter, for example the results and discussion chapter, if I want to include, so I can include, let's say let me include the results and discussion chapter, /chapter, and as it appears I write results and discussion, and this chapter will be included here. Let me build, and here this is chapter 4, results and discussion, and I can write the content of this chapter as well. Now in this chapter I will have either a table, so it has already been discussed, a bulleted list, it has been discussed, or I will insert a figure which I have discussed above. And then conclusion, if I want to give numbering to it, so I will remove the static, and if not then the static will be here, and we will have the conclusion chapter, and this chapter concludes the thesis. And then I will have the references. By default LaTeX will write bibliography here, but I have changed this to references with the renew command. If I would like to have the bibliography at the end, then I will have to comment that renew command there. For the customization in LaTeX, I have already placed a video, and that video can be consulted in the LaTeX comprehensive series. Then this portion is important, that we will have to put our all references here in the begin file content and end file content. So all our references are here. These references, the order here is not necessary, only the references are to be pasted here because LaTeX will pick the respective reference according to the citation order. Also, the doubling is not occurring in LaTeX, so if one of the reference we have doubled, then it will not appear double in the references, but it will be according to the citation. But one care has to be taken that sometime when references are doubled, then we edit one of it and in the citation it is picking another. And then after the file contents, we are having the bibliographic style. So the bibliographic style I have selected is plain. I can select the unsort, means the unsorted, or any other reference style. I can put my customized file here as well. And how to make a customized reference, style, I have made another video on that. So that file name will have to be written here, and the file style is supposed to be inside the folder, and then the bibliography, references, and this will end our document. I have designed a simple template in which one can edit the thesis.